Hey there people, it's Sunfruit Dan here. So, something I get asked by people is how do I go about stop eating junk food? So when I say junk food, I mean like fast food, like takeaway, like these toxic microwave meals, like these packaged non-foods that are made in factories and are just full of all these chemicals and just nasty crap. So yeah, basically anything that's really not natural is manufactured by man, and it's just ruining your health. Like, it's just literally there for taste, for like the mouth orgasm that it gives you. Like, most people aren't eating for health, they're eating for taste. And it's like, you can actually have both. You can eat healthily and eat tastefully, but most people are unaware of that. Like myself, I eat like a low-fat vegan diet, and I eat loads of amazing foods that make you feel amazing, and they also taste amazing. They taste more amazing than any like stuff like fast food or anything like that, because it just tastes amazing because of what I'm eating. So yeah, I used to eat a really bad diet. I used to live off of fast food and microwave meals and frozen food almost my whole life, and that's what had a really negative impact on my mind and body overall. So yeah, over time I managed to stop eating it, and the one main thing that stopped me at the start stop eating it was I noticed that my health wasn't that good. I wasn't that happy with it. So I removed gluten from my diet, and I removed a few other different things as well, but mainly gluten, and that made me feel amazing. It made me drop weight as well. It really changed my mental health as well. And then what happened was I did a 15-day juiced fast, mainly on green juices, and literally when I tried coming back to meat, for example, and other certain foods, they just tasted so disgusting. It was like, this is really fatty, it's really toxic, it's just like, ugh. So it put me off of it. So then I continued on with like the gluten-free and the meat-free, and then what I just started doing was detoxifying my body like crazy with like coffee enemas, urine therapy, like liver and gallbladder flushes. And yeah, slowly over time, I didn't want to be eating cooked food, or I wanted to be a raw vegan, and I just naturally went in that direction. So that's basically the things that I've done, and also just being very conscious around how foods affect me. If they affect me in a negative way, then I remove them. And I really educated myself as well from like documentaries known as Food Matters, Forks Over Knives, and there's loads of others as well. I pretty much watched all of them, so I recommend that you really educate yourself as well. So yeah, basically based on those things, like how they can relate to you is be very conscious about how a food is affecting you. And this is something that I really do recommend, is looking at the ingredients. And the reason being is because you really just start to look at them and think, what is these things in there? A lot of them you can't even pronounce, the things like these preservatives and stuff like that. And yeah, just research into them, research into these nutrients, look online through websites called Natural News and stuff like that, and really find out what you're actually consuming in your food. And when you start to look at them, you'll be horrified. There's so many things feed cancer, they ruin mental health, like they have such a negative impact on your health and mind overall. So that's something that was absolute key for me getting to a point of removing the junk food. And also detoxification, because the more toxic your body is, the more like toxic foods that you are eating when you're in a toxic state, the more your body craves them and wants them. It's literally like what you're eating is what you're made up of, and your body will crave that. And yeah, by literally detoxifying yourself, you start to remove a lot of these junk food that's stuck in your intestinal tract undigested, and a lot of these chemicals that are in them and stuff, so you will over time start to not want to crave them. This is absolute key. And alongside that as well, the detoxification is, the more your body becomes cleaner, the more you notice the negative effects of the junk foods that you're eating. So you're really like becoming more conscious of how much it's affecting you in a negative way. So then like you'll find that you don't want to have them. So this is absolute key. Without this, you'll only get to a certain stage of like not wanting to eat junk food and stuff like that. So by doing some intense cellular detoxification over time through various different methods, such as like the ones I explained earlier in the video, then you'll start to not want to crave them as well. And the other things are as well is like when you're trying to remove the junk foods from your lifestyle and stop eating them, remove them all from your house. Do a complete detoxification of your kitchen. Remove these things from your kitchen, because if they're not there, you won't eat them, and stock up on all the good stuff. And yeah, you'll just be more tempted to eat them. And also what I do recommend as well, this was key for me in the past, is stop going to like social events with people where they're eating bad foods, because at first you will find it too tempting and you will want to eat the foods. But after a month or 2 months of not eating any of it, you'll feel that you can go back in those social settings like I can, and you're not tempted whatsoever. It's like with any addiction, you need to remove yourself from the places where the temptations are to basically relapse onto those addictions. And another key factor is doing the inner work as well. When I say inner work, it's working on your belief systems and just every aspect of like your mind and the habits related to the mind and the addictions, because they all stem from the mind. So basically by doing the inner work, you can find out why you have these addictions and these habits with the foods affecting you in a negative way. And then by working on them and accessing them and clearing them, you will start to not want them. So for a lot of people, they can have like self-love issues. They also can have self-sabotage patterns as well and stuff like that. So if you've got things like self-sabotage patterns in place for food, then you will keep going back to the junk food, even if you're wanting to eat the healthy food. So you need to be really aware that this is absolutely key. And for me to reprogram them, I use what is known as the shadow work and the completion process by Teal Swan. And you can look on our website for facilitators if you can't do it yourself through learning through her videos on YouTube. You can go to thecompletionprocess.com and find many facilitators on there that are specifically suited to your needs. You can search up specific needs and find the perfect facilitator for you. So yeah, just remember this can be quite a tough journey, because we've been so used to eating these foods for so long. We're so programmed with eating them. And it's like, over time of cleansing your cells, it's like your cells have the memory of the foods that is eaten basically. So that's why you want them again and again and again. So by removing them and doing detoxification, you'll cleanse them from your cells and those cravings will start to go. And what I found is, with intense detoxification and avoiding those foods, when I do the intense detoxification, it's like, and I start to remove toxicity from the body, I start to get images and flashes of foods that I haven't even eaten for ages. It's absolute crazy. I don't really get it now, but I used to get it a lot in the past, and even get the smells of them and stuff like that, which is really profound. I haven't really heard that from other people, but yeah, it's pretty amazing to experience that. So yeah, just remember, keep striving forward, keep pushing forward. You can do it. You will make mistakes and you will have times when you do fail. But as long as you get back up and try again and again and again, in the end you will succeed, because you can do it. Because if I've done it, you can do it too. There's no excuses. So just follow the things that I've mentioned and anything else that you can think of as well, and you will be able to easily sustain a healthy diet. And the diet as well that I do recommend is a whole food plant-based diet. So that's like eating only foods in their whole form, grown from the ground. And there's an abundance of these foods, literally. A lot of people are unaware of how many there are, and you can create amazing meals out of them. You can make even smoothies, cooked food dishes, curries, whatever you want. So yeah, really learn from some people about eating that way online. From myself, look on Google for other people that promote this sort of diet, and just find recipes and connect with other people online as well. There's loads of groups on Facebook that you can connect with, like other plant-based eaters and vegans basically. So yeah, that's basically it for you lovely people. And yeah, I just want to share this with you because a lot of people have issues with this, and they say to me it's very hard to eat a diet like you're eating. But it's only hard when you haven't been doing the right things long enough, and a lot of people are doing the wrong things in a very short period of time. So yeah, just make sure you're learning all the right information so you can succeed long term on this diet and this healthy way of living, so you can just have the most optimal state of health in mind, body and spirit, and just so, yeah, you can have an abundance of energy so you can live life to the fullest and appreciate it to the fullest. So yeah, if you have any questions on this subject, let me know down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you like the video, like it down below, share it with others that you think find this helpful, subscribe if you'd like to get more videos from me on a regular basis on this sort of topic: detoxification, healthy living, veganism, fitness, and so many more things.